Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam from GeekRest.com, and this is the 7th day comic book news recap video.
And I'm Aaron from Comic Shop.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a different locale. We wanted to mix it up for no reason.
We're on the other side of the wall.
We're on the other side of the wall. That's basically
We're
it.
actually in the Geek Easy. Usually shoot in the Comic Shop, but the Geek
Yeah.
Easy just got our license for being a real bar, being a real boy. So we got our food and beverage license. So.
Yeah, and we're
Cool.
sitting on the sink right now. So.
Suck that, Atomic Comics. You might have had a comic shop with food and drinks on a movie, but now you're out of business and we're not.
That's
Sting.
birds. Yeah. It's an interesting week of comic book news. Not a lot of. Well, we'll just jump into it. They've embellished more on what they've already announced.
Right.
The Age of Ultron thing. Marvel is apparently going to be. I mean, we knew that they were going to be doing tie-in books, but I guess these tie-ins are going to be standalone books. Like they're not in the same continuity so much as like there's going to be Fantastic Four, whatever number they pick, but it has the AU
Right.
denomination at the end of it, so it's going to be like 7 AU or whatnot. And I think the way they're having it is these books are not going to be in the same continuity as the rest of the Marvel Universe.
Is the AU going to have AR?
Hey, it's the future, you know, AR, everything, QR, and
Will they be sold in the EU? All right, I'm done.
that was pushing it there, and that's cool, and I just wanted to mention that because I'm so excited for this. I think that this is, I don't know, I think this is going to be a good event for Marvel, like really good.
Yeah, and I like that it's contained like that when they just launched this Marvel Now. And, I'm sure this is in continuity where, everything will eventually affect the characters or really exist, but it doesn't necessarily break up or impede the story flow of Now or Now 2. So, if someone got into Marvel Now, it's not like, oh, crap, now I have to read this Age of Ultron story to understand the next issue of this book I jumped into because you said it was totally accessible, Marvel. So, I mean, this is a smart move on their part.
And it's happening so fast. I mean, this is 10 books. The main, miniseries is 10 books over 4 months. So that's like 2 to 4 books a month.
Yeah.
That they're coming out with, and then there's the tie-ins. And it's not like, I don't think it's going to be like Civil War where the event just seemed to go on for 2 years because it was so
in and out. Like every
strong.
crossover seems to start really, really strong for Marvel and then just kind of peter out a little bit in sales. And then, like I'm not saying it doesn't end strong story-wise. I'm not talking about the story-wise, but maybe they're thinking like, they tried to truncate A vs. X to 6 months with 12 issues. Yeah. So what if they say, hey, we're going to do 10 issues in 4 months, and the next time they're going to do, hey, we're going to do 8 issues in 2 months. It's like every week there's, so maybe they should. Because, I mean, the mind space and the consumer, like, they're all into it. But after it's like the 4th month, they're like, when is this going to end? Yeah. Even if they're definitely going to buy it and probably enjoy it when they're reading it, they're already thinking about the next big
That
thing.
was like me with Avengers X-Men. I bought like everything, and then this last like 3 or 4 books, I was just so exhausted by the end of it that I didn't get them. I still read them.
It's like a full marathon.
But I wasn't as excited.
The AU is like a 5K.
5K AU coming this March. And then there was the little teaser Marvel threw out for the X-Termination.
Right.
Mini-series. I don't really know what it is.
Probably a mini-series.
Probably mini-series. It's got Wolverine in the old, 616, blue and yellow.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Looking all...
Like with the swashbuckling swords, AOA.
Yeah, that's the Nightcrawler I like.
Not AOI, not Islands of Adventure Nightcrawler. Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler. But he did look, adventurous.
It looks cool. And
but if you read the Uncanny X-Force, which I don't really think I should spoil because some people might be waiting for the trade on that.
Yeah. Next week we'll
they're at odds.
They're at odds.
He never said anything. In my opinion, AOA Nightcrawler did not betray anyone, even though he fully said what he was going to do, and he did what he said.
It's true.
And, and that has probably put him at odds with, especially the people that were closest to our Nightcrawler, the universe we live in, the regular Marvel Universe Nightcrawler, that, died a while ago along, that Messiah stuff, Yeah.
And,
so Wolverine, from the teaser, Wolverine and him are at coming to blows.
Coming to blows.
Stabby, stab.
And
so.
who is it? Who's the artist who did it? Was it McGinnis?
Yeah.
Who did the teaser? He did the teaser. There's no creative teams announced, but he did the teaser image, which maybe he's with him for the series.
Maybe. I know he's on Nova, but that might mean Loeb is writing it, but, because he did that X-Sanction. But, I'm really hoping it's more of a Rick Remender or someone in the Rick Remender vein. Jason Aaron does a mean Wolverine, and he would love to do Nightcrawler as well.
It's a mini-series. You got the time. You can do a little something. That'd be cool.
We'll see.
When details come out, we'll see. But
it's definitely something for the Uncanny X-Force, Rick Remender Uncanny X-Force fans to sink their teeth into. Like, this is over. There's one issue left. I've read it. It's totally satisfying love fest. But, there's still that, what about Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler? Will he go back to the AOA universe?
Right.
What's going to come of him?
Something better be done with
this is going to come of him.
Awesome in the promo. And then a little bit of movie stuff, Marvel, which will always related to comic book stuff. Always. X-Men Days of Future Past.
Right.
A few casting announcements. Bryan Singer, who's the new director, he announced
what character is he going to play?
Bryan Singer, he's going to be Superman.
All right.
And they're doing Sir Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart reprising their roles from the first 3 X-Men films.
Right.
Which... that just helps solidify the fact that this is going to be Days of Future Past, the one we know, time travel, everything. All these things are things that are good, that make you think, hey, this is going to be good. I like that the last movie, but, the original 3, they have their place. The third one was a little bit wonky, but let's get some of the people we like Patrick Stewart and Magneto, and give Singer another shot, and Hugh Jackman. Basically, the announcement with that is like they're negotiating the contract. Yeah,
that's how I read that. He hasn't signed the deal yet, but he's put another 0 on.
What's another movie for him as Wolverine? It's like his 7th appearance as Wolverine. But whatever, he did a cameo in X-Men First Class. Yeah, so he's already in this universe.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in Days of Future Past, even if. I'd like to see them all looking old, that would be.
Give me an Old Man Logan movie, and I'm sold. But throw a little Kitty Pryde in there, even.
Let's do this.
That's cool. But that's cool. That's big casting news. That made a lot of people happy, and a lot of people richer, I'm sure, down the line.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And there's and then small screen stuff. One, Arrow's been kicking ass. I don't know if you've been watching every episode up to it, but they're just good. It still is just as gritty as the pilot was.
And it's doing well in ratings, and people that have nothing to do with comic books are digging it, and people that like the character are digging it. There's some people that are, purists, or not liking or nitpicking it, but
always will be.
By and large, it's a huge success, and it's even impacting the comic world where Jeff Lemire got announced on Green Arrow because DC's like, oh crap, we have all these eyes on Green Arrow, we need to beef up this series a little bit more.
Right.
So,
and just this last week, the Arrow comic came out from DC based on the show spinoff. Whatever, CW's hitting it out of the park with Arrow.
They are.
And
so what's next?
They announced that they're casting Wonder Woman for starters. That was in the talks for a while. Wonder Woman show coming to CW after NBC dropped the pilot for David Kelly's. That was too complicated, I think. But for CW,
his thing was kind of seemed like Ally McBeal or something.
Ally McBeal,
and I liked Ally McBeal back in the day, but I want to see it as Xena Goes New York or something.
Xena Goes New York. Well, I mean, this would be her. The way they pitched it, because the summary came up a little bit, was that it's before her warrior, princess days, and she's kind of just. I don't know. I mean,
is she in man's world or not?
It's like Smallville in the city with Wonder Woman.
Sex in the City.
There you go.
All right.
That's it. That's the pitch. But, that's exciting. And like I said, with Arrow doing so strong, bring on more superheroes.
They could make Wonder Woman work. That last pilot was just awful. But they could make Wonder Woman work. It's entirely possible.
Right. And what's his face? Oh, I forgot his name. But he wrote, Wonder Woman comics. He's a writer on it. Alan Heinsberg?
Oh, yeah.
He's doing the writing for that. So, it's... Go with what you know. And
didn't that guy write some for Sex and the City?
Did he?
I think so. I'm going on record. Said he wrote some for the OC and Sex and the City.
Quote him. Mm-hmm. Quote him here. and Booster Gold series.
Oh my lord.
Now this is cool because Andrew Kreisberg, I want to say, he's a producer on Arrow. So Booster Gold, I mean, they hinted that they were going to be doing a show a while ago about this, but now he just came out and said, yeah, we're definitely moving forward with it before Christmas. We're going to get work done. So Booster Gold.
His guest on Smallville was brilliant, and I'm saying that's not just because Jeff Johns wrote it. It's because that character would translate on the screen pretty easily, pretty well to a modern audience. He's from the future. It's just technology. You don't have to have all these super powered or magical mumbo jumbo. It's just crazy, awesome future technology with this guy that's just completely hedonistic and completely wants to be,
It's just, but I mean,
wants to be well loved.
Well loved. I'm
make lots of money.
I'm imagining like a quantum leap, like theme to it. I mean, time travel. I mean, they're gonna be, It's,
but can you imagine just even the marketing alone? Because you got Booster Gold, who's this shameless marketer that wants to just promote himself all the time.
Right.
And like the whole cash for gold or gold for cash, or like Heroes for Hire.
Trade you.
That should be the next thing. It should be called like Gold for Cash, like Heroes for Hire. It's like, you got cash, Booster Gold's your man. What do you want me to do? But
bring that in.
I just think that it would work, and in just the modern, internet meme craziness, that I think that character could really break out and be awesome and be a lot of fun. I think he could connect with people. I've always loved Booster Gold. And I also think bring Ted Kord into it. Bring Ted Kord.
That Blue Beetle.
Blue and Gold. Hilarious.
That's
hilarious.
Awesome. I mean, Arrow's got the grit and everything like that. That can't be funny or anything like that. Booster Gold easily can.
Yes.
So that's exciting. Stay tuned for your TV news and everything right here. But that's it. We'll run down of the week's recap, comic book news and whatnot. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter as always. And we'll probably be back in front of comic books next week.
Comic books.
There's a little, it's like there's food in here now.
All right, let's watch My Little Pony.
All right, put it on.
All right.
See ya.